Hey YouTube, it's Tamika. Just coming by to give the 5 week update. I'm gonna make it quick because it's definitely time to eat. um, well, I'm actually 6 weeks, 2 days now, so I'm just gonna kind of give a summary of what's been going on. Week 5, morning sickness or sickness period, kind of just like died down. It was pretty easy. I slept because I felt like I needed to or should. I don't think I was too exhausted. I guess in terms of like, I've just been doing like kind of the basic, seeing my clients and eating and just kind of like the basics to get, to keep life moving. But I've just been so, I guess just wanting to just like take it easy. I've been doing a lot of walking though. I try to go a few times a week. The plan is to go every day, but I, go when I feel like I have the energy to. So I guess it's really just exhausted rather than sleepy. So I just kind of take a load off. I've definitely been struggling through school. Today is the last day of this term. Well, no, tomorrow's the last day of this term, and I have like 2 papers that are due, and I'm just like, especially now, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep. But during early week 5, it was just like a lack of motivation, not really sleeping. Um, so I guess in terms of cravings, still drinking chocolate milk, even though my RE said that I shouldn't. I should lay off the chocolate milk, but I feel like my body is craving it for a reason. Because I don't really eat any dairy, so I may try some silk. Kind of apprehensive about that, but I'll try some chocolate silk and see how that goes. See if that works. Because pretty much every morning I drink it, and it helps me. With kind of like, to kind of ease my stomach. If I don't feel like eating, I kind of drink that instead of not instead of eating, but kind of curbs my appetite for a while. I ate a lot of fruit this week, strawberries and grapes. I've noticed that I eat differently. Um, just like I'm kind of like a creature of habit. When I go somewhere, I pretty much get the same thing all the time. But I went to one of my favorite restaurants and I ordered something completely different. And I can't even remember the last time I went there and didn't order what I usually order. So that's one thing. Let's see what else. In terms of sleeping, I've had some really rough night sleeps. My rash is getting better, but it was, kind of keeping me up because it was just like the sheets would irritate my skin. I'd have to put, sleep in a t-shirt just to kind of keep the irritation down. I've been using cocoa butter and aloe. That really didn't do much for it. It hasn't gotten worse, but it hadn't cleared it up. But my RE suggested that I do the Vino oatmeal bath. I thought I couldn't take baths, so I did research last night to see if it was okay for me to take baths. And at this point, they said it's okay. So I took a bath last night in the oatmeal Aveeno stuff. It felt really good. My skin felt smooth. I also exfoliated after that. So I think I'm just going to do more stuff like that during the pregnancy. And I don't really like sleeping in lotion. I like waking up in the morning and putting lotion on because it just feels like this. Well, at least the lotion that I'm using now, like the cocoa butter is so thick, so it's like this film of stuff on my skin, which is irritating for me. So what I usually do is lotion up in the morning. But last night, since I was extra moisturized since I got out of the bath, I was able to sleep a little bit better without all the stuff on. Let's see. My breasts are definitely still sore. It's like my nipples are on fire. I don't really sleep on my chest anymore. I don't sleep on my back anymore. I pretty much sleep on my side. I know it's early for it to alter my, how I sleep, but it just sometimes like sleeping on my back, I don't know. It feels weird. I just don't like the feeling. It doesn't hurt or anything. It just feels weird. In the bath last night, I got kind of nauseated, I guess because of water. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just kind of felt sick in the bath last night. And it wasn't, like the usual bath. I guess maybe I was worried that it was too soon, and I was pretty much just in there to stop itching. Let's see what else. Um, I've been really happy though. I know I'm doing a lot of complaining about this and that, but I've been really happy. I've been like really stress free. Work is going good. I've been really like in a really good place. And I feel like I'm able to really enjoy this experience without like a lot of stress and drama. So that feels good. I enjoy laughing a little more than I used to. Like I've been like watching Roseanne a lot. I don't know where that's kind of random. I haven't watched it since it was actually playing. But I've been watching a lot of Roseanne, and I just enjoy just the comedy and the laughter. I'm really enjoying that. It feels good to laugh. I feel like I'm supposed to be laughing during. I don't know, but I feel like I'm supposed to be laughing, and it feels good to laugh. I've been feeling really good. I feel great when I go for walks. I feel like I'm really taking care of my body and ensuring that the baby is doing well. So I'm pretty good, minus the minor stuff. I guess I've been sick today, so that's why I gravitated towards that. So what else? I had my first ultrasound. I got some anxiety last week. I guess because I wasn't sick in the beginning of the week. I was good, no cravings. I was still itchy, so that kind of gave me a hope that everything was okay, I guess. But so I had my first ultrasound. Everything was good. It's kind of early because I was only 5 weeks 6 days. So we just pretty much got the sac and the yolk. We know that it's not in my tubes. New Hope wanted to really get a sonic. Didn't really make sense, but New Hope wanted a sonogram before. Well, no, because my beta was rising so quickly. It was like at 11,000, and they just wanted to, make sure everything was okay because the baby's getting bigger, and they want to make sure it's not in my tubes. My RE said that didn't really make much sense, but I kind of went with it. I don't want to get kicked out the trial at this point. So the sonogram, there was no cardiac, there was no pole at this time. She felt she may have saw one, but she didn't write it up in her report because it wasn't big enough. So, but it measured on time. Everything looks good. My beta was 11,767 on the 10th, and then on the 12th it was like 21,000. So it's doubling appropriately. It's kind of slowed down at this point, but it's doubling appropriately. My progesterone had been kind of stagnant. I was taking the suppositories 4 times a day, which was a beast. I was taking those and it wasn't working, and I asked them like a week ago if I could start taking the oil, and they were like, no, just continue what you're taking. So I'm like, okay, but I'm really thinking I need the oil because it's not rising. But my doctor said that with the suppositories you shouldn't expect for your blood progesterone to rise. So that made me feel better. But so they gave me progesterone and oil, and I did that injection like the night of the 11th, and literally on the 12th, by like less than 24 hours later, my progesterone was 27, and it was 9 a couple of days ago. So it like tripled, and my estrogen was like 290 something, and it went up to 507. So that almost doubled. So I'm really liking the oil. It gives me a really good peace of mind. So if you're having trouble with progesterone, I would suggest that you ask them to put you on the oil. I know New Hope didn't want me to. I don't know why. I guess they still wanted to monitor it, but it just would have made me feel a little bit better if I was on the oil already. So doing 1 injection of oil at night, and I do 1 suppository now, which is freaking awesome because it was just like my life revolved around my progesterone dosages, because you have to lay down for a while, and they said 10 minutes, but at one point it was literally like running out, and it didn't feel like it was doing what it was supposed to do, clearly, because my numbers weren't rising, and then it's all running out. And I'm like, if most of it's in my freaking panty liner, how effective is this? So the laying down more helped with that, but the numbers still didn't go up. So not sure what's going on with that, or if it just doesn't pick up in your blood. So But so we got that under control. So I'm excited to watch my numbers continue to rise, and I think that has something to do. Is it seems like after I gave myself that injection, I've been like feeling serious, serious like symptoms. No throwing up or anything like that, just drained. So with the way they jumped up, that may have something to do with the way I've been feeling. So hopefully, my body. I was reading something last night to where if your symptoms disappear, it's because your body wants to be at a state to where it feels good, so you kind of like begin to balance out your symptoms. It doesn't mean that you've miscarried. It just means that your body is trying to get to a place where it feels good. So hopefully, I know my body is struggling and fighting now to feel a lot better. So I'm gonna go eat, take a load off for a second, and hopefully get to some homework and not just call it a night. I've really struggled through this semester, but this term, my grades are decent. But so I wanted to show the sonogram photo. I go next Wednesday again, and I'm pretty excited. Here's the photo. Um, this one, no, this one is where she measured the sack, and this one is where she measured the yolk. And everything measured out pretty good. So yeah, she gave me my official due date. I'm due May the 5th, no, May the 8th. I probably already said that before because I calculated it and it was pretty much on track. So due May the 8th. Really excited. I'm ready for my body to get used to my hormones skyrocketing, so I can get some stuff done and be productive. But I'm in a really good place. So congratulations to everyone that got their BFPs. Congratulations to everyone that has had their babies. I want to thank everyone for subscribing. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment. Yeah. So, all right. Have a great weekend.